originally from Regina, born and raised. I've lived here my whole life. I run my business out of my home, and I've been in business for 12 years, and my company name is Indulgence Fine Foods and Catering. I come from a long line of very good cooks, and I would say that it's rubbed off on me more so than the rest of my family. I enjoy cooking. I've been doing it since I was old enough to climb up on the chair in the kitchen and help my mother. Growing up as a kid, my mom would work every now and then to, help make ends meet around our house. And, I would phone her up and say, so how do you make spaghetti sauce? And she would say, well, you fill up your hand with a celery seed and you throw that in, and it was a smidgen of this and a pinch of that, and everything usually turned out okay. Other jobs, and when the kids were in school, I gave up my position at work to help raise my family, and when they got old enough to take care of themselves, I needed something to do, and why not do something that you're good at? I normally grocery shop almost every day, so that's a big part of my life. They know me at the grocery store quite well, and nowadays you can get ingredients for almost anything you want, even just at Superstore. So ingredients haven't been that much of a issue for me. If anything, it's probably taking a recipe and adapting it to fit, first of all, maybe the equipment that I have in my kitchen, or maybe the ingredients that I'm able to get, and again adapting it so that, for example, like feeding 100 people, the recipe changes a little bit from 10 to 100. With immigration as it is today, I find at some of the meetings that I've been catering, there's a wider array of ethnic groups. Like, it's nice that if I'm feeding a crowd of people and there are a group of people from India and there's samosas there, and they're just thrilled by the fact that somebody would go to the trouble to make samosas with them being there, right? It's good for a business to be able to provide different, well, in my case, different food for these different ethnic groups. I have done work with the Multicultural Council several times in the past. I enjoy cooking for the Multicultural Council because of the challenges given to me. I like to take on a challenge, and when it comes to food, I like to experience lots of different kinds of food, and ethnic food. I always take the opportunity to try something new that way. At first was not exactly sure what would be asked of me, but they always provide me with a very good list of food and a lot of recipes, which are definitely in my repertoire now of recipes at home. I've always taken on the challenge and maybe tweak things a little here and there to first of all accommodate a large group of people, and second of all maybe not really having the experience in cooking some of this ethnic food. I think for our immigrant population here, when they come to an event like you folks have hosted, and they've been in Canada and and I serve them pomelo, and they think, oh my goodness, like, this is right, like we had this every morning at home, right? Isn't that a good thing for them? Is it something to remind them from where they came from and their family and the things that they like to do on a daily basis? I cook something for somebody and they say to me, oh my goodness, that just reminds me so much of my mother's kitchen. And to me, there's nothing more flattering. That's a really good memory of home and family, and oh, my grandma used to make them just like that. Or like hearing of that memory of, that's a happy memory, that's a happy feeling. Food should make people happy, and that's what I appreciate most about cooking for people, is that feeling that they get when it reminds them of grandma's kitchen, or coming home at lunch as a kid and having that hot pot of soup on the stove, or the cheesy grilled cheese sandwich. And I like that. I've taken some of the recipes that have been given to me by the Multicultural Society, and I use them all the time now. So I appreciate that part. It's benefited my business in the aspect of being able to accommodate different ethnic groups. I would advise other businesses to keep the lines of communication open. Don't be afraid to take on a challenge because it's something different. You should embrace these challenges and learn from them. And when you learn something, you grow.